Okay, I'm here. We are just a tad bit late to this race as my computer decided it wanted to crash just before the start here of the race. So yeah, here we go. We are currently working lap number 2. Oh yeah, I need my glasses. Alright, here we go. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place because of the computer crash and whatnot. We are currently working lap number 5. Not sure why the. Oh, there we go. Leaderboard seems to be about a lap behind for some reason. Let me see if I can refresh it and get it up to date here. Should hopefully get that thing recentered. But yeah, Sheldon Creed leading over John Hunter Nemechek and Jordan Taylor in the top 3. So yeah, it's a pretty good show though so far. Portland's usually a pretty good race, so at least based on other series that have run here, we haven't seen many NASCAR Xfinity Series races here. In fact, I think we've only seen one, but yeah, so here we go. Jordan Taylor being the all-star in that number 10 car, which has been so good on the road course with AJ Allmendinger as of lately. Nice to see them getting Jordan Taylor in the car since Allmendinger's in St. Louis this week for the NASCAR Cup Series. But yeah, so here we go. The truck race was insanely good as well today. So that was a nice one to see. The truck race was pretty good because we don't normally see amazing truck races at although, granted, at the short tracks, it's almost always a good show for the trucks. And the trucks have been amazing this year, actually, now that I think about it. But, yeah. Welcome, everybody, though, to the stream. We are live here. So, yeah, Jordan Taylor, 3-time 24 Hours of Daytona winner. Don't think he's actually run a race at Portland. I know he wasn't in this race last year, but I'm trying to think if he ran IndyCar or anything like that, but I don't think he's run any of those, so. But, yeah. So, welcome everybody. Yeah, we're just running, let's say, they're working lap number 7 right now, just kind of looking down the field. Connor Mosack, Myatt Snyder having some pretty good runs here inside the top 10. Myatt Snyder, I know, one of those one-offs who doesn't race the full season, just trying to put on a good show here. But, yeah, here we go. Sorry, I am not feeling. Oh, but man, here we go. Sammy Smith, though, being 1 lap down, he's gonna be he can't wait for this lap 25 stage 1 yellow, and is actually probably hoping he gets the yellow sooner than that, because yeah, that can't imagine he wants to run much more than he has to on that car. But yeah, Cole Custer, though, he had to go to the rear with an unapproved adjustment. I think it was his shifter was wrong. Something was wrong with the shifter. So, yeah. Justin Allgaier, last week in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, we were all there to watch it. Absolutely stunned the field with how far he could go on the fuel mileage, so nice to see him running up inside that top 5 again, but yeah, he now has a win, so he doesn't have to worry as much trying to get that win here. But, yeah. Here we go. Welcome everybody to the live stream. We got this one. They're talking about the NASCAR Xfinity Series race here from Portland International Raceway. Trying to figure out why it's buffering so much. See if I can get that fixed for you guys. But yeah. But yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Ooh. Who got a penalty? I heard someone got a drive-through penalty. But yeah. Oh, Chandler Smith's got a ton of damage on that right rear corner. Not sure where that damage came from. I must have missed something there early on. But yeah, he is not. That is not good here. But yeah, right now though. Alright, they're going to commercial break, and yeah, we've pretty much had just the it has been a bit rough here in terms of the early going. Alright, one second, guys. Alright, here we Alright. Alright, here we go. We're settling in here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Road courses are always a kind of a weird one with how long the laps are, because during the commercial breaks, it's just such a long time, and with the laps being a minute and a half each, we only get an update to the leaderboard every minute and a half, and I don't have any way to see the track during the yellow. But yeah. So IndyCar in Detroit is getting ready to go. Been keeping an eye on that because of the NASCAR, because NASCAR is going to the street course later this year, so I've kind of been interested in watching some other street course races. So yeah, but yeah, welcome everybody to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I know I certainly am. Daniel Hemrick here. He's been pretty solid on the road courses, probably due to the help that he gets from his teammate or from his former teammate AJ Allmendinger. So yeah, there. Austin Hill up into the top 10. Nice to see him up there. Josh Berry in the number 8, running 5th. Bummed he couldn't play a super sub role today in the NASCAR Cup Series. Because, yeah, so far it does not look like Corey LaJoie was necessarily the right pick for that. Because he certainly did not qualify that car very well. He ends up being 30th in qualifying. I think he was back there as well for practice. So, I mean, we'll see during the race tomorrow. But so far it is not looking like it was his. It doesn't look like they made the right choices to who to put in that car. Again, maybe we'll see and we'll get proven wrong later, but so far, not necessarily looking like the best pick. Now, granted that the 7 car with Hocevar hasn't actually been too terrible. 26th in qualifying, and they're back from commercial break. Yay! But yeah, again, I feel like Eckes or Infinger probably should have been the pick. The experience in the season. Oh, what? The 00 is all the way up into 10th already? Did I just see the 00 passing for 10th place here? The Cole Custer in the number in the 00 just passed for 10th place here already from the rear of the field in 12 laps. So he is on. He is definitely moving. But yeah, so Connor Mosack slipping a little bit further back here in that number 24 car. Looks like he has some damage, though, possibly, is what the commentators are saying about a reason for why he's drifting further and further back. But yeah. But yeah, right now, though, these NASCAR Xfinity Series cars, they are making their way around this track as fast as they can. Each one of these drivers just kind of trying to settle in. Ooh, number 21. Who is that? That's Alex LeBay. Nice to see him in the NASCAR Xfinity Series for the first time in a little bit. Especially for road courses, that's kind of his bread and butter. But yeah, kind of just looking through the leaderboard of who else is in here. So yeah, Sammy Smith is desperately hoping that that the leader does not lap anybody else before the end of this stage or before the first yellow, because yeah, he is currently a lap down and needs the free pass to get back on the lead lap. So it's going to be a stressful time, I'm sure, for Sammy Smith. But yeah, I think that's Mason Maggio currently running dead last. He's basically hoping can avoid getting lapped. Let me just pull up another leaderboard real quick for me. Yeah, Mason Maggio is the guy currently, the last car in the lead lap. And oh, whoa, we got 2 cars off. Ryan Sieg and Ryan Ellis, I think that was off track together. So, yeah, that was 2 cars off course there together. And say that from, so that's gonna be costly for both those drivers in terms of their goal to try and get up to the front here. But yeah, also apparently the Alpha Prime team had a really rough time getting to the track this week. So they had some hauler trouble around the Midwest. I think Kansas City, Missouri, one of their haulers broke down. The other one broke down around St. Louis. So both their haulers having trouble getting to the track. Hopefully that doesn't set them back in too far. I think their cars are on track, so at the very least they got to the track. But yeah, just hate it for them because of just how tight they were already on time to get the cars up to the Northwest for this race. But yeah. Parker Kligerman. Kligerman dropped to the rear? How is he already up to 15th then? He's rocketing through this field too. Wow, that's impressive there for Parker Kligerman. All the way up to 15th from starting at the rear of the field. Sam Mayer and Brandon Jones both started at the rear as well in the 18th, and they are now currently running 18th and 20th, respectively. 18th Mayer and 20th for Brandon Jones. So, yeah, it is time for these guys to try and so we should hopefully be getting. No, we still got a little ways to go here. Kind of surprised to see that this race seems to be as clean as it has been between. Okay, so the 43 is not Ryan Ellis this week. That was who it was last week when we were at Charlotte. But let's see, who's the 43? That's Leland Honeyman that was off track with Ryan Sieg in the number 43 car. But yeah, so far Sheldon Creed, though, leading from the pole position here. Definitely looks like it's going to be tough to challenge Sheldon Creed. I'm sure some of that road course experience from the truck series, because he was pretty good in trucks on the road courses as well. So, nice to see him continuing to succeed here. I believe he was... I think he won the first Daytona road course racing trucks. So he has some experience on road courses, and now he's up here and he's leading at Portland. Don't remember how he did last year for Sheldon Creed. But yeah. Nice to see him running well. Anthony Alfredo doing okay honestly, the entire season in that 78's been pretty okay for Anthony Alfredo, a driver who really has not had the time to develop in terms of a full season effort to this point in his career. He got moved up to Cup way too early for his first full-time season of anything after a partial season of trucks and partial season of Xfinity. And now he's back in Xfinity here with a full-time opportunity, I believe, with the 78 car. So, nice to see he finally got a full-time opportunity. But, yeah, bit of a rough one. Oh, and Brennan Poole is off track here in the number 6 car. Uh-oh, is that going to be a yellow? We're going to have to wait and see. It looks like he's going to get back going, but if he ends up dragging debris onto the track. Oh, no, the pit road's right there. Okay, so yeah, no trouble for Brennan Poole, able to get to pit road and goes right into the garage. But yeah, so right now though, definitely is a kind of just standard road course race. Allgaier actually passed Jordan Taylor there for third place, but yeah, not just kind of your standard Xfinity Series road race at this point, where you kind of get spread out. And right now, Sheldon Creed holds on to a slim lead here over John Hunter Nemechek, but enough comfort to just kind of roll around here. But yeah, getting ready for the end of stage number 1. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the poll now for you guys to vote on who you guys think is gonna win this poll. I see. Hey Eric, how's it going? Oh, well. But yeah, so welcome everybody to the stream. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuning in. Just putting up the quick poll for the stage finisher. Let's see. John Hunter Neem. Neme check. I apologize if I misspell any of these drivers' names. I'm doing my best. I'm looking at the spellings up on my screen. So, yeah, there you go. John Hunter Nemechek, Creed, Allgaier, or other. Kind of just standard way to do it. I usually go top 3 and then throw in other. And oh, Jordan Taylor just got passed by Josh Berry, and we got a yellow. Yellow flag is out. Oh, what's the yellow for, I wonder? Did Jordan Taylor go off track or something? Because oh no, Maggio ends up a lap down just before Sammy Smith can get the free pass. Uh-oh, that might not be good. We're gonna have to wait and see on this one, but that I would not want to see that if I'm Sammy Smith. I hope he can get this free pass because I think he deserves it way more than. I mean, I guess if Mason Maggio. Oh, Stephen Parsons is the cause of the yellow, but yeah. So I was not sure on what was going to happen here, but yeah. So 6 laps to go here in the stage. We're going to have to see if is Maggio the free pass or does Sammy Smith get it. I think Sammy Smith stays out anyway because we got only like 6 laps to go till the stage ends. So I think you stay out here to get your lap back, and then you pit at the stage end here. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, actually, if everybody on lead lap doesn't pit, Sammy Smith doesn't have option for wave around. So yeah, Sammy Smith though he'll be free pass at the end of the stage. But yeah. So nice to see though that they let's say at least he'll be able to very easily get this free pass at the end of stage number 2 or the end of stage number 1 here. But yeah. Here we go. So they're going to be coming in. I think we're going to see a split field here. You're going to see your full timers who need the points. Probably. Wait, I just thought about something. Because they were just talking about getting this free passes. Is Xfinity not doing the thing that Cup is, where you've got the yellow at the end of the stage? So I thought that was a NASCAR wide change they were making, but apparently not, I guess. Okay, so now, okay, so Maggio isn't the free pass. Stephen Parsons was going to be, but because Stephen Parsons was the cause of the yellow, there is no free pass. It doesn't go to the next person in line. That's a bummer. So now Sammy Smith, he's gonna have to race his way for this top spot now. And say, oh, Jonathan Nemechek actually got a shot at Creed there on. Yeah, he had a nose out in front of Creed there for a moment, but not enough to get the spot. But yeah, so Sammy Smith and Maggio are going to be fighting for that free pass here when we go green, but I don't see Maggio being able to compete with the Joe Gibbs Racing car. But yeah, curious to see how much how many potential wrecks we see on the track as we get ready for this one. But yeah, right now though, these NASCAR Xfinity Series guys, they race on more road courses than any other series. So, Truck Series getting close to the end of their regular season. I think they got 5 races to go now. But yeah. So looking forward to Cup of Gateway this coming week, though, or not this coming week, but tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, all right, let's see. We got a vote in there for other. I'm guessing that other being either Taylor or Barry is kind of your thought process, but again, I think it'll be hard for someone further back than about 5th to try and make their way to the front, but we'll have to wait and see on how this choose cone goes. But yeah, so the booth was kind of talking about a yellow at the end of the stage. So I'm guessing that they are gonna throw the yellow at the end of the stage. Although I thought that I know NASCAR Cup isn't doing that this year at road courses, but I guess Xfinity might still be. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yep. Oh, somebody's letting off a ton of smoke, potentially laying down some fluid there. That is not good. But yeah. Oh yeah, Daniel Hemrick on fire. Daniel Hemrick's on fire. You're on the racetrack under the yellow flag. So that's going to extend this one. Probably going to end this stage here under caution. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that may end this race here under this stage here on the yellow flag. Glad that he's out the car and he's okay. But yeah, bummer to see that number 11 car catch fire and he's out of this thing. But yeah. So yeah, right now though, definitely a interesting race here so far. So let's see what happened to the 11 here. So swerving it, trying to heat up the tires, maybe, but then you just see a ton of smoke starting to roll out the car. They do the choose, and then yeah, he smokes the and then the car just starts to catch fire like he like something was wrong with it. But yeah. But yeah, that was a strange one to see the car catching fire like that. Yeah, so extended cleanup probably going to be let's say we'll have to wait and see if they end up getting this thing back racing, but I would almost be leaning towards probably not here. But yeah, so right now though, just getting ready for this. They're under the yellow flag, and we're gonna have to wait and see what ends up happening. But it's gonna be a bit of a long one. It looks like. But yeah, so right now though we're just kind of under the yellow flag, waiting for this thing to maybe get back going green for stage number 1. But yeah, they got a long cleanup process ahead of them right now though. Hoping that they don't they could actually red flag it if it's going to be a really long one to try and not end this stage under the yellow. But yeah, again, that would be that'd be the big question here: is how long is this red flag, or how long is this cleanup gonna be? But yeah, so right now we're just kind of waiting it out here. They have played the same commercial 5 times in a row here now. Are you kidding me? At least on the Fox app. I don't know if it's the same for the live TV broadcast, but the Fox Sports app played the same ad for some sort of healthcare thing 3 times in a row. But yeah. Right now, though, we're just kind of waiting for this for them to come back to the from the commercial break, and then I'm guessing we will have word as to what they're going to do in terms of ending the stage here or going further. One person who does not want to see this stage end here under this current yellow is Sammy Smith, though, who was relying on the race getting back to green flag for the stage to potentially get him back on lead lap here with a potential another caution. Again, I assume that the Xfinity, I didn't think the Xfinity series was gonna throw the yellow at the end of the stage. Oh, they're lined up. All right, I guess I got it all cleaned up from the wreck already, so we're ready to go restart racing here. So we'll have a 2 to go restart, so 2 laps, and it'll be a race to the checkered flag. So here we go. Yeah, of course, leave your vote on the poll in the comment section if you guys for who you guys think is going to win this first stage. Is it going to be Creed, Nemechek, Allgaier, or someone else? That's your top 3 right now, though. Creed, Nemechek, Allgaier, with coming to 2 laps to go here in this stage number 1. So yeah, it's going to be a sprint through the field. Alex LeBay up into the top 10. Nice to see him running up inside the top 10. Looks like Jordan Taylor back to 6th place now. I don't know what's wrong with his car, but he seems to have drifted back quite a bit. He was... Alright, yeah. Hey, massive credit to NASCAR for not letting this stage end under the yellow here, because they very easily could have done that to make sure that there's no fluid, but yeah. Again, I think that is the right decision for the business, and glad we didn't need to red flag the race to do it then, if it was going to be that short of a deal. Okay, so because it's not a because this race isn't paired up with the Cup and Xfinity series, or because it's not paired up with Cup and Trucks, they have the special rules where you can't pit for tires until the actual stage break. So that's why there's gonna be why there's a caution in between for the stage break here. Here we go, 2 to go, 2 laps to go here. Sheldon Creed on the inside, John Hunter Nemechek on the outside as they go into the first turn chicane here, and they all get through it okay. I'm really surprised that nobody further back in the field even got tripped up through there. Here we go. Nemechek, though, he's going to have to try and put some kind of bumper here to Creed if he wants to have a shot here at this race win. Or the stage win here, I mean. It's going to be hard to find a gap otherwise. Josh Berry up into 3rd place. Nice to see Berry starting to make some moves here. Might have a shot here at making a spot up into that top 5. So might even be able to make a move if Nemechek and Creed end up taking each other out here. But yeah. 2 laps to go, though. You gotta make sure you have a car left when you get to the because you're only coming to the white flag in the stage next time by, so it will be curious, but Nemechek is just riding right behind here. Oh, here we go. He looks to the inside. They are side by side down the front straightaway here. Nemechek has the edge here on Sheldon Creed, and let's see. These guys nose alongside, and it looks like, yes, Creed might concede the spot. Yeah, Creed ends up having to concede the spot here for now. No, actually, they're going to continue to battle side by side off the corner here. The number 20 car actually holds off the number 2 car here from the... and they are still going side by side. And again, Barry is right there. If these two take each other out, then we can see it. But there we go. Creed puts the bumper to the back of John Hunter Nemechek, but Nemechek is clear out in front of Creed for right now. And oh! Nemechek, though, running wide in that next corner. That's going to leave the door open potentially for Creed to jump up the inside here on him. But yeah, right now, though, Nemechek, he has got this lead, and it's going to be the... as I say, we're coming down the last couple of corners here on this lap here. Let's see. Let's say Sheldon Creed, he's going to have to try something, but how far is he willing to go for this stage win? There we go. Creed goes alongside. Creed takes the lead on the final corner of the stage. And Sheldon Creed is going to win stage number 1 here at Portland. Man, that was chaotic. But, oh, and Joe Groff Jr. is off track in the number 38. But, yeah, Sheldon Creed just dove it in there on the final corner. Just kind of rode alongside Nemechek. Didn't wreck him. And they both get back to the start-finish line. But, yeah, let's see. Watching a replay here. But, yeah, Creed just kind of sent it in there and knew he was going to be able to clear in front. And he cleared him and ends up winning this stage here. So, congratulations to Sheldon Creed here on that stage win. But, yeah, welcome everybody who's just tuned in. We just had the finish of stage number 1 here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So, we're getting... so they're going to commercial break, and they'll probably come back from commercial break for, the pit stops here at the end of the stage. And, oh yeah, real quick, let's see who got the free pass here. Let's see, who was the free pass? I'm assuming Sammy Smith? No! Wait, what? Did Sammy Smith really not win that battle with Mason Maggio for the free pass? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me! How does Sammy Smith not beat the number 66 car for the stage finish to try and get the free pass back at the end of this race, or back on the lead lap here? Are you kidding me? Come on, Sammy. How do you let that happen? I want to see a replay of what happened, because I can't imagine it wasn't a really big fight between those two at the back. We'll have to wait and see for the replay, though, because they still got another minute or so of commercials before we get to see the racetrack again. But, yeah. Yeah, that was a big, that was a really chaotic end, though. But, yeah, getting ready here for the, for stage number 2. Hopefully you guys are excited. But, yeah, right now, though, we're just kind of waiting to see what ends up happening here. Because, yeah, this stage seems to be a little bit up in the air between these drivers. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. But yeah, I hope Sammy Smith can get back on this lead lap, because I think he has the car to be competitive, and he's a capable driver. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on whether or not he's able to get that one done. So yeah, so 3 minute. Okay, so they got a 3 minute break here to change all their tires because it's uncompetitive pit stops. There's not going to be any changing of positions here. Again, I want to know who the free pass is. Like, can we talk about the free pass here for a moment, NASCAR? So they got 3 minutes to adjust their cars, which, hey, you know what? That's a fair bit of time there. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. But, yeah, so this race, though, so all the cars are in pit lane. We're going to be waiting to see. But, yeah, Mason Maggio back on the lead lap, and Sammy Smith still one down. So, hoping for another yellow, I guess, for Sammy Smith. But, yeah, missing out on a lot of points here in stages 1 and 2 if he can't get back on the lead lap till the end of stage 2, potentially. Because it's hard to drive your way back onto the lead lap from outside the front here. I want to see this battle, though, between Maggio and Sammy Smith here for the free pass, though. But yeah, so they just released the pit crews to start working on these cars. So yep, they are. And so they're getting to work here. Creed's team takes the tires off, looks inside. Again, you've got 3 minutes, so you got plenty of time to look in there, make sure you got all the debris out potentially that you might want. Make any kind of bigger adjustment that you may want as well, because you can't necessarily do those on a green flag stop if you end up needing to make one of them later. And again, you're getting ready for a short stage here, 25 laps here to the end of stage number 2. Okay, so it's 25, 25, and 25 for the 3 stages, so nice and evenly balanced at least, I guess, for the NASCAR Xfinity Series guys. Usually the usually the stages are like, will end up being like one stage will be short, the second stage and third stage will be longer sometimes, but yeah. So glad to see. So yeah, they got about another minute and a half here on pit road to get this thing all figured out. All right, I gotta figure out what. Let me try completely closing out the Fox app. Trying to see if I can get further ahead here potentially. So yeah, here we go. Less than a minute left on this break. Hopefully these teams are making their final little adjustment and bolting these tires on. But yeah, you should not have any trouble here at this point. But yeah, a lot of time here though on pit road. You got 3 minutes again to get all those changes in. So and we'll be going racing here in stage number 2 with Sammy Smith still down a lap. So that's going to be a big bummer, I think, for that's going to be a big bummer for Sammy Smith to be missing out on those, and in particular, it's missing out on the attempt to try and go for the playoff point, because he's a fast car and could potentially get the playoff point. He already has a race win, so the regular season points aren't as important to him. That's still nice to have good regular season standings here, but especially when because they pay out playoff points for where you finish in terms of the regular season standings too. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how that finishes up. But the NASCAR Xfinity Series guys have a long way before the end of their regular season, so. But yeah, getting ready for this restart though. Hopefully you guys are excited. If you guys are excited, hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow as well for the NASCAR Cup Series race from Gateway. Hopefully we won't have any computer issues tomorrow, but yeah. But yeah, so right now though, we're just kind of waiting out another minute or so of commercial breaks here. But yeah. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting here for the to be back from this commercial break. Here we go. Welcome everybody to the stream. Alright, hopefully we should have a pretty good race on our hands here. So, here we go. They're back from commercial break. The cars are back out on track and rolling. After the pit stops here at the end of stage number 2. So Leland Honeyman out of the car. Apparently he's been dealing with food poisoning, and Brad Perez is now in the car here for the number 43 team. So a new driver change in the middle of a race. That's different. So yeah, they're talking about the issues with the but yeah, so they did eventually make it to the track, which is good with the backup car and all 3 of their primary cars for Alpha Prime Racing. But yeah. So yeah, hopefully Leland Hyman's okay though. We'll have to wait and see until going forward, but yeah. But yeah, so Brad Perez now in that number 43 going to be getting ready for the restart. They're doubled up. Lights are off on the pace car, so they are going to be going green this time. We're going to have to wait and see here. So curious what Creed and Nemechek do on this restart, knowing that they got 25 to go as opposed to 2 to go here. But green flag is out, and they are racing in Portland. So they go racing in Portland here, and yeah, so Sheldon Creed gets a big jump here, and he can now kind of block any of the lanes that he needs. And oh, we got someone pulling out of line. That looks like the 00 of Cole Custer pulling to the inside 3 wide there. Oh, who's that around in the chicane there? Okay, that's Josh Berry with an issue. Oh, and Josh Berry ends up hitting the Toyota barrier there. It's a very small portable barrier, so he should be okay, but yeah. So, yeah, Josh Berry, though, ends up losing a ton of time due to that, and ends up having to do the whole snaking through the barriers thing that is required this year if you miss the corner in the festival curves, I believe it's called. But yeah. Oh, and someone got a little bit of dirt there because it's kicked. So the dust is all kicked up there. But yeah, it's been a pretty tame race, honestly. All things considered, so far this race, it's been pretty calm. Josh Berry's still up in the top 15 here. He's 13th right now. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But this race is definitely taking on a form all its own here. Oh, man. But yeah, so right now though, I think a lot of these guys are just trying to settle into line here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. If we get another yellow, I'll probably go use the bathroom, but yeah. I say Parker Kligerman going through the field with the 98, and the 98 is now up in the top 10. currently running 8th place here, so he's making a lot of spots up here. Meanwhile, Jordan Taylor is kind of just continuing to settle further back, and Kligerman actually up into the top 5. Wow, I did not realize Kligerman. So Kligerman was actually following Custer. Sorry, I got the wrong Stuart Haas car there. But yeah. So Cole Custer though making his way up into that top 5. Might finally start to look like the threat for the championship that we kind of assumed that he was going to be when he stepped back down to the NASCAR Xfinity Series this year. But yeah, not a very good one. Not a very good season so far for Cole Custer. But yeah, after the demotion back to Xfinity, though, he's starting to finally hit his stride, it looks like. We'll have to wait and see, but again, I think it definitely looks like that. But yeah, right now though, definitely looking forward here for the end of the second stage though, because it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be just as crazy as that first stage potentially. Especially if we see Creed versus Nemechek Part 2, because those two battled it pretty hard in the first stage here, and I can't imagine that it would get less intense if they end up battling it out for a second stage win here late in this. If we get another late stage restart here, around lap 10 is when I will go ahead and put up the poll. So if you guys have a specific driver you think is going to win stage number 2, feel free to put it in the chat and I can make sure I get it onto the poll potentially. But yeah, otherwise I will probably end up going with the top 3 like normal and then other. But if you guys have a specific person outside the top 3 that you think could get up there and win stage number, and can win this stage, feel free to put them in the comments and I can go ahead and put them on the poll in place of probably 3rd place. But yeah. Oh, we got someone who. So we got a Clearman fan in the chat. I feel like there's a lot of Clearman fans out there, or at the very least, I feel like there's very few people who truly dislike Parker Clearman. Like, he's one of the most likable guys in this series. I know I ended up saying something very similar about Ryan Blaney last week after the Coke 600, but yeah, I feel like guys like Blaney and Kligerman and all them, I feel like it's very hard to strongly dislike guys like those. Honestly, similarly with a lot of the front runners in Xfinity, maybe it's just because we don't know them well enough yet. They haven't been around long enough, but like I don't know very many people that dislike or really have anything bad to say about Creed or Nemechek here at the front of the field. But yeah, I think Ryan Blaney though is probably the poster child for people who really, I don't think, have a single hater in the series, because he's been in Cup for a long time to not have an enemy. So the NASCAR. So at Sonoma next week, we've got Ty Gibbs and Kyle Larson that are going to be in the Xfinity Series field. That's going to be interesting. But yeah. And say the stage breaks at an oval are nice, but I will say I think the cautions on the road courses kind of ruined the strategy a bit over the last couple of years, and I say they were something that kind of just needed to go here. Oh man, But yeah, here we go. Getting ready for the. Let's see. You got about 2 laps for these drivers to start getting up there Allgaier making a pass on Nemechek for a second. What? There you go. Justin Allgaier completes the pass on Nemechek. He is now position number 2. Allgaier up to P2 here. Let's see if Nemechek can fight back here, but yeah, so right now though it looks like Nemechek may be in position to get bumped off the pole or off of our little poll that we do here. This is gonna be the final lap before I start typing in the names, but yeah. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see here, but I hope we can see a pretty good finish here to this stage. But yeah. Welcome everybody to the stream. Just so we had a few people join in. If you guys are just joining us now, we are currently working stage number 2 here in the NASCAR Xfinity series. We're about to be putting up a poll here in just a minute for who will win this second stage. But yeah, the NASCAR Xfinity series guys are racing at Portland International Raceway here today for the Pacifica Office Automation 147. But yeah, honestly, I will say this race is a lot more tame than it was last year when it was when there was a ton of rain going on. So yeah, good to see that this race is kind of isn't a complete mess without the rain. But yeah, kind of surprised it is dry though, because from a friend of mine up in the Pacific Northwest, he mentioned that this time of year is pretty much always rainy for them. So yep. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna start working on this poll. Let's get this one put up. Let's go ahead and put Sheldon Creed. Oh, wait. Oh, wrong thing. Who will win stage? Oh, they're talking with Daniel Hemrick here. So yeah, engine failure is what is listed as the reason for why he's out the race. But yeah, he caught fire here at the end of stage 1 here. So it was fuel related issue apparently, according to Hemrick. You know, I'm sure we'll get a more in-depth answer later on in the week when they've had time to explore what was going on. But yeah. But yeah, so right now though, I'm gonna say, here we go. Allgaier right to the back bumper of Sheldon Creed here. Alright, there we go. There's the poll for stage number 2. So you guys can go ahead and vote on who you guys think is going to win this second stage here. You got Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier, and John Hunter Nemechek, your top 3. Or you can also put down other. Cole Custer, Parker Kligerman up in that top 5. They look pretty strong, but we'll have to wait and see if they're able to actually make some passes here inside the top 5. They got to the top 5 pretty easily. But here we go. Coming off the final corner on the course. I'm curious to see what Allgaier ends up doing, but I honestly think, I don't know. I think Sheldon Creed has a pretty good chance of holding on to this one. I think he really wants to hold on to it, so I feel like he isn't going to let himself go too easily here. Alright, so here we go. But yeah, Allgaier, I wouldn't be surprised if Allgaier is able to take this one away from Creed, but we'll have to wait and see on this one. But yeah, welcome everybody tuning in on the stream. Thank you guys. Myatt Snyder up to 7th here. Austin Hill dropping a bit further. He's back in 8th place now. Riley Herbst 9th, and Sam Mayer rounding out your top 10. But yeah, a little worried there for for Austin Hill falling further, considering the fact that his teammate seems to be pretty good, staying up there and being able to lead most every lap so far today. I think Nemechek may have squeaked out 1 or 2 laps led somewhere in the middle there, but yeah. But yeah, so far though, it definitely is looking like this is gonna be a pretty easy stage finish. But let's say there's definitely something brewing here with this top 5, but nothing's happened yet, which is what we're curious about. And there we go, bumper to the back of the number 2 from the number 7. Curious if he's gonna essentially start using that bumper more and more as we get later into this stage here, or if he's gonna save the real bumper usage for the final stage. Also, gonna really quickly just take a look, see if they've lapped anybody else yet this stage, or if it's just Sammy Smith. So Sammy Smith is potentially gonna get this free pass here at the end of the stage. So it'll be an interesting one to see here. But yeah. But yeah, when you've got a car breathing down your neck like this, you really have got to be careful on your corner entry, because you can't leave the corner too far open. Otherwise, they will shove it up the inside and they will use your car up to try and make this fast at this point. But yeah, so right now though, we got to vote in for Sheldon Creed. So someone thinks that Creed's gonna be able to hold on here, but there's a hungry pack behind him. But yeah, so we're a little over halfway here through stage number 2, getting ready for the let's see, Nemechek, Myatt Snyder, and Connor Mosack, the top 3. So again, solid performances from some of these guys. But yeah, I'm still excited to see what can come from these drivers here as we get later into this NASCAR Xfinity Series race here. Here we go. Alright, so Kligerman and Taylor are kind of starting to drift back from the front 4, so the front 4 kind of starting to separate as their own little pack. But yeah, Alex LeBay though battling with Mayer for that top 10 spot. But yeah. Now again, Clearman's not out of this thing. He's just kind of, again, they're hanging back a little further than you would normally expect. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, right now though, these NASCAR Xfinity Series guys, we're just kind of waiting to see what they're when somebody is gonna snap here and try and make a big move. But yeah, at a road course, it's a lot harder to make a big move as well, because you don't have the ground to kind of just jump ahead of a ton of people. So yeah, here we go. Oh, and now Riley Herbst making the pass on Austin Hill here. So Austin Hill getting passed again. He's going to be dropping down to 9th place here in the NASCAR Series race here. But yeah, Sam Mayer though gonna be the next one to try and make it there. But I don't know how easily Austin Hill's gonna just keep letting these guys pass him. But yeah. But yeah, right now though these guys they've been able to put together a pretty flawless race so far though for these guys. There's been what one on track incident so far, which was the I say Herbst tearing up a ton of dirt here as Sam Mayer now gets the inside on the number 21 car. But yeah, the only real incident we've had was the 43 and the 39 ending up in an off track excursion. But yeah, it's definitely a wacky race though so far. In terms of just kind of watching them making left and right hand turns here. If they end up going to commercial break, I might use the bathroom here before we get the stage finished. But yeah, I do need to go. But yeah, that's gotta be a hit on the fence. It looked way too close to actually fit. Oh, but the onboard no change in the audio that would show that he hit the fence. So maybe not. Maybe he didn't tag the fence, or maybe it was just really quiet. But yeah. Alright, so they're going to commercial break here. Let's see, is it going to be full screen commercial, or are they doing half, or are they going to be doing split screen here? Alright, so it's split screen here. So here we go. NASCAR Xfinity Series side by side. And here we go. Allgaier again. He is maintaining second here, and he's going to potentially be just biding his time, waiting for the opportunity to make the big move for the lead here. And who is that off track? It's the 08. I just don't know the car number, the roster here. Number 08. That's Preston Pardis here in the number 8. Or the number 08, SS Greenlight Racing, and he may not be able to make it back to the pits here. Yeah, SS Greenlight Racing. Oh no, he might be able to get back to the pits here. He stopped on track for a moment, but yeah. So there we go. Preston Pardis is able to get to pit road safely, so no caution flag. But yeah, that looked like it very easily could have been. Oh, wait a minute. So there we go. They just showed the official results for the NASCAR Truck Series race. But yeah, so Grant Enfinger over Eckes there in the Truck Series race. So it was a pretty good finish though in the NASCAR Truck Series. A lot of Chevy power at the front of the field for not having a lot of Chevys in the field in general. But yeah, so right now though, these guys, so they're showing a USFL ad, and we should be back to racing here after that one. Oh no, we got a NASCAR ad before we go back to racing. Promoting the NASCAR Cup Series race from Gateway. I will be right here doing live commentary of the NASCAR the NASCAR Cup Series race from Gateway as well. So hopefully you guys will tune in tomorrow for that as well. But we still got a decent bit of Xfinity Series racing here. We got about 5 to go. But yeah, Sheldon Creed though, he is holding on to a lead, but barely here. Again, these top 4 or 5 have maintained being so tight in this race. It's hard to really tell who's even gonna get this one. But yeah. That is probably the best guy you could get advice from. He won this race last year. AJ Allmendinger, he's on the phone to the number 10 team, giving advice, giving driver advice to the to Taylor in the number 10 car. So, yeah, I don't know if you could get a better driver coach there than the guy who won this race last year, and he drove that same car. But yeah, Sheldon Creed, he is absolutely holding these front 5 up here. Because, yeah, they are all over him here. So let's see what's going to end up happening here, though. Because, again, I can't imagine these guys are going to just sit here and let this go on for too long. Because, again, they don't want him to win this stage uncontested. Yeah, the stage points are too valuable. But yeah, so here we go. Matt Snyder, they're showing currently up to 7th, so nice job for him. But yeah, so Austin Hill though, he's managed to actually hold on to 9th place. I thought he was gonna lose that one to Sam Mayer here a while back, and Chandler Smith slow on track for a minute, but looks like he's okay. But yeah. It's going to be a chaotic race here as we get to the end, though. I'm curious to see what these front 4 do. Because, yeah, you got the front 4 are all within 1 second of each other, with Kligerman being 1.1 back in P number 5 here. Oh, and Maya Snyder goes around. Maya Snyder loops it here. Just a careless single car spin here in the mid top 10 here. Mid top 10, top 15 here. But yeah, he went and spun, and now he's 21st here after getting it back going. So harmless spin in terms of no damage, but absolutely massive in terms of the fact that he lost 7-8 spots there on the spin. So yeah, and he just lost it on the road here. And yeah, it looks like Chandler Smith had the same type of thing happen to him where he spun out. And luckily, again, no damage from anybody hitting him or anything while he was spinning. Otherwise, he probably would have had a full course yellow. But yeah. But yeah, right now, though, they are putting up a pretty good fight here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. We got 3 laps to go here, 3 to go. I think Allgaier waits till 2, maybe even 1 to go here to make his move because it's a long lap here. You got time to make your move, and you got time to make sure you make the move at the right spot here. But yeah. Oh, and Kyle Sieg pulling into the pits here as they take 2 laps to go this time by 2 more times around for the NASCAR Xfinity Series and Sheldon Creed. So here we go. But yeah, so right now though, looks like these Xfinity Series guys, they are fighting it out for these spots. But yeah, not a lot happening in terms of actually changing positions though. I mean, Nemechek's still in third, despite he was dropping back a couple spots at the same time. But yeah. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting here for the for somebody to decide that now is the time to make a move, because. But yeah, so right now they're just kind of waiting it out. Again, you got a lap and a half to go here. And oh, there we go. John Hunter Nemechek passing Justin Allgaier here. I think Nemechek knows that he can't wait any longer behind Allgaier. He's got to make something happen here. And there goes Cole Custer looking to the inside on Justin Allgaier, seeing the exact same thing I'm guessing that Nemechek saw, is that Allgaier not aggressive enough to really make anything happen here. But yeah, so now Allgaier back to fourth place here as he drifts back. But yeah. So here we go, John Hunter Nemechek. We got one lap to go left in the stage here. But yeah, so here we go. John Hunter Nemechek again. The question is, how aggressive will he be to try and get this lead here? Does he maybe mimic the move that Creed put on him in the final corner last time? But here we go. John Hunter versus Sheldon Creed. This could be a really good finish here to stage number 2. But we'll have to wait and see. They got a couple more corners left to go. Oh! Sheldon Creed spins! John Hunter Nemechek spins him off of turn 4. Or not turn 4, but the final corner. John Hunter Nemechek drag racing it with Cole Custer for the stage win. John Hunter Nemechek. No, Cole Custer! Cole Custer steals it at the last second. Cole Custer wins stage number 2 here in the last moment from John Hunter Nemechek. Justin Allgaier third. Fourth, Kligerman. Fifth, Jordan Taylor. Sixth place, Sheldon Creed. Seventh, Mayer. Eighth, Herbst. Ninth, Hill. And rounding out the top 10 in terms of who earns points, it's Jeb Burton. But yeah. I mean, now I will say, in terms of that move, John Hunter Nemechek got to his bumper and pushed, but because they were going through a set of corners, I think Creed was actually the one moving around and kind of messed himself up a bit. Now, again, the fact that he had absolutely no breathing room to do any moving around because John Hunter Nemechek was right there. But man, that was an awesome drag race though between John Hunter Nemechek and Sheldon Creed, or not Sheldon Creed, between him and Custer here, as Custer steals it at the stage end. So here we go. We got stage number 3 coming up. They're going to commercial break. I'm gonna go run and use the bathroom, but I will be right back. And yeah, we got ourselves the 3-minute break between the stage anyway. So here we go. I will be right back. Alright, so here we go. We're back. They are currently under the yellow flag doing their pit stops. They've been released for the stops. They got a minute 41 left on the clock for the pit stops here. But yeah, so some pretty good runs here though for Kligerman and some of the others in this NASCAR Xfinity Series race. But yeah. But yeah, pretty good racing though so far. So I was listening to the TV broadcast while I was using the bathroom real quick. But yeah, so the driver of the so Sheldon Creed is not happy clearly with John Hunter Nemechek. Nemechek he didn't accept any blame, and he kind of said that the 2-car pinched his nose. Now, how much of that is just kind of being politically correct because of how NASCAR has been penalizing based off of admitting guilt. Now, again, I was watching it, and again, yeah, he was staying really close, and he was not giving him any breathing room, but I don't necessarily think that he was going in there and 100% trying to wreck him. But yeah. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to end the Stage 2 poll. But yeah. Stage 2 ended. Sheldon Creed was your Stage 2, or got wrecked here at the end of Stage 2, actually. Leading to other would have been the winning vote, although nobody actually voted for other this time. So, here we go. So, right now, though, we're just kind of waiting out this commercial break. We got another 15-second ad or so here. But, yeah, getting ready for the race to get back going here. But, yeah, so Memphis Showboats, New Jersey Generals is tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the USFL. I really don't care because USFL is USFL. I don't think anybody really cares. I'm not even sure the players care. Okay, I'm sure the players care to some extent, but yeah. It's not the top level of football, so. Yep. But yeah, so right now, just kind of waiting for everybody to get out of their pit stalls. Let me actually check and see if Sammy Smith got his free pass this time around. It's still showing he's a lap down. Oh no. Is Sammy Smith really still a lap down? Are you kidding me? Did Sammy Smith really miss out on getting a lap back again? Are you kidding me? I seriously hope that he didn't miss out on an opportunity to get this one back, but yeah. But yeah, getting ready for this one to go back racing though. They're just kind of showing some stuff on some highlights from last year's Xfinity Series race. But yeah, definitely a highlight-filled race last year. But yeah, so Cole Custer, your race leader over John Hunter Nemechek. So Nemechek, he's got the most stage points earned today, but he has yet to actually win a stage. Alright, so apparently on Twitter they have the actual transcript of what was said on. I'm guessing that was the number 2 radio that they were joking about there, but yeah. So, did Sammy Smith really get snubbed on another pass through because of, like, was it because Kyle Sieg was coming into the pits? Because he is now 5 laps down. Like, I'm just wondering who got the free pass here. Was it Garrett Smithley? Because if they lapped Garrett Smithley before the end of that stage, that'd be weird. Not to mention, they were showing the battle of the lead, and we never really saw a lap car in the mix here, so. But yeah, because the spin there slowed up the number 20. The contact between the two of them slowed up the 20 from the contact, and it gave the 00 just barely enough time to nose out ahead. Again, that was an amazing drag race there for that one. But yeah, welcome everybody to the stream. We're getting ready to go back racing here with 23 laps to go. 23 to go in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. As they come off the final corner, and they are racing here. I also forgot to pull up a track map for you guys of the of the track, so we can talk about the actual corner numbers. And Cole Custer. Cole Custer, big mistake, compounded by another mistake. So he missed the corner, and then he missed the corner cutting requirement by weaving through all 3 of the barriers. So Cole Custer will get I believe it's a drive-through penalty, is standard operating procedure on a penalty for this. But yeah, that is not good for Cole Custer, though. A pass-through penalty on pit road. Waiting for the official word. But yeah, so Kligerman battling it out for 3rd place. That's pretty cool to see. Oh. Okay, so NASCAR decided to give the waiver to the penalty. No penalty for Custer. No drive-through there. Connor that's Kaz Gralla in the 26 with big damage on the hood. But yeah. But yeah, so right now though so we got 22 laps here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race remaining. So it's closing in on the end of this one. But yeah, we've been green flagged for a little over an hour and a half, 2 hours here. But actually closing in on an hour and a half of green flag racing specifically. So yeah, here we go. Let's see. Okay, so Sammy Smith is back on the lead lap. Sammy Smith did get the free pass and got back on the lead lap here. So that's what we were worried about was curious to see how Sammy Smith does getting through the field here, though, because now he's finally on the lead lap for the first time today. I don't think many of these drivers are going to give him kind of the benefit of the doubt in terms of the time to get back up through the field, though. And he's only got 20 laps to get there. But there we go. Sheldon Creed making the pass on Parker Kligerman for 3rd here. And looks like Jordan Taylor trying to get make it a 2-for-1 deal here on Kligerman. Kligerman trying to fight with Jordan Taylor, though, here to try and maintain that spot. And Jordan Taylor... Oh, no, wait, no, that was Sam Mayer, not Jordan Taylor. My bad. So, here we go. The 20 and the 2 are lined up together, and Sam Mayer got by Parker Kligerman there as well. I thought Jordan Taylor was the car there in the middle. So let's see. What's Kligerman going to do here to try and get that spot back? Let's see. He goes to the inside, but ends up becoming the outside for the next set of corners. He's going to try and do the crossover move here. No luck there for Parker Kligerman. So, Sam Mayer is doing really well here inside the top 5 now. But, I was kind of hoping Kligerman would be able to cross him over there, though. But, we're waiting to see what Creed will do, though, now that he's got a shot at paying the 20 back here. Although the 20, again, he's riding up underneath the back bumper of the 7, almost like he's trying to ensure some collateral damage here if the 2 does decide to try and go for him. Because, you just stay as close to this 7 car as you can. Oh, and yep, there we go! The 2 goes and spins him out and causes the 1 car to have to swerve and avoid. And that moves Parker Kligerman back up into the top 2. He's second place now. Parker Kligerman is second place after all that. So Kligerman is on the inside here in the festival corner here. On Sheldon Creed, he's just going to let Sheldon Creed go, though, I think, here for a second. But Allgaier absolutely pulled away here. And now Parker Kligerman's got Austin Hill on the inside of him, trying to get by as well. But Kligerman is trying to get the spot here. So... But, so I'm curious, what happened to Mayer there? So Mayer's back to 7th. He kind of got blocked in the middle of all that, but, we'll have to wait and see. But, Parker Kligerman looks like he's settled into 3rd place. He got ahead of Austin Hill, but, he lost a spot, though, to Creed. And now Justin Allgaier has a 2-second lead, which is one of the more comfortable leads he's had all day, or anyone's had all day. It's the only time he's led today, but yeah. But so that was definitely collateral damage there, but for Sam Mayer was collateral damage there between the 2 and the 20 and their payback that they had. But again, if I'm NASCAR, I'll leave my hands off this situation for now. Because, again, I don't think anything's gotten beyond the point of reason. Now, again, you can probably put down a pretty good argument that maybe NASCAR, based on the way that they've been trying to insert the rule book, that maybe you do go and look at a penalty. But I think, again, I think they should... As it is right now, they should just leave it as is. But, But, so we're just kind of working through this final stage here. We got about 2-3 laps before I will be going and putting up the race finish poll. Gonna be excited to put Parker Kligerman on there if he can just hold off Austin Hill here for 3rd. But so we got an off week after Sonoma, we have a week off for the NASCAR Cup, Xfinity, and Truck Series. I believe all 3 are off. But so that's gonna be a fun one. But so right now though we're just kind of waiting. But But yeah, so it's side by side commercial at least. So we got a chance to see the drivers and see what happens during the commercial. But I'm not seeing anything happening though right now. Oh, there's some sort of debris or maybe even liquid on the coming off the car in front of the the 98. Sorry, not the 78, the 98. Who's that? 78 is, so that would be Connor Mosack potentially putting down some kind of fluid potentially again. Don't know for sure, but based on the camera lens, looked like some sort of water or liquid drops on the camera lens, and it's a bright sunny day in Portland, Oregon. So here we go. So they're doing a quick promo for the NASCAR Atlanta race weekend, which that's going to be a fun one to watch. Again, I'm going to be here for that one because I went to, but I'm planning on being at the next race. I'm planning on being at is New Hampshire here in July. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, but I think I'm pretty certain my next race I'll be at is New Hampshire in July. But yeah, it's a pretty good. I say we've had some pretty good racing though this year in the NASCAR Cup Series. They're back from their commercial break for the Cup cars, or for the Xfinity cars. I mean, so here we go. So Kligerman hanging on there, and I'm gonna start putting in the names. So Kligerman will make the poll. Oh, John Hunter Nemechek spun around again? Uh-oh. Oh, whoa! What happened there? That was teammates. That's a teammate. Okay, one second. I gotta see what happened here. What the? Alright. Oh! Okay, so Sammy Smith cleaned out John Hunter Nemechek. And then John Hunter Nemechek just came in and John Hunter Nemechek just swerved at him. Not a good day for Nemechek. I get. Oh, and there's now a lot of smoke coming out of Sammy Smith's machine. So a driver who got no stage points, he now potentially has a tire rub, and that's going to potentially handicap the remainder of Sammy Smith's day as they both come into the pits. So John Hunter Nemechek and Sammy Smith both coming into the pits here. Oh, here we go. Parker Kligerman looking for the second spot here over Sheldon Creed. So yeah, there we go. Parker Kligerman takes the spot from Sheldon Creed here. Okay, so that's how you spell Allgaier's name. Okay. All right, so there you go. There's the race finish poll. Who wins the Pacific Office Automation 470 or not 470 147 here? But yeah, there's a oh okay. So they're talking about the water potentially being from the 98 itself in terms of the um yeah, the water droplets on there. But yeah, here we go. I don't know. I think it's gonna be hard for anyone to beat Allgaier. I'd love to see Kligerman get this one though. Yeah, Kligerman's the one I would want to see win this one, but yeah, again, I think the smart money would be on Allgaier, but if we get another yellow, who knows? But yeah, so right now though, we're just kind of waiting to see what ends up happening here. And oh, there we go. John Hunter Nemechek returns to the track right in front of Sheldon Creed. What's going to happen here is Nemechek is going to give a ton of breathing room for both Allgaier and Kligerman. So it's an Allgaier versus Kligerman battle for this win unless we get another yellow. Which we might, because you do have those two, the 20 and the 2, running side by side here. But yeah, Kligerman, or yeah, they are going to be putting on some big blocks here, though, from the Nemechek in the 20, but I don't think he's going to I think, there we go. The 2 gets to his outside, and I think he's going to, I don't think the 20 has the speed here to hold him up anymore. Yep, there we go. So, yeah, Creed gets by, and now it's off to the races. We'll have to see what the official gap between them is, but Allgaier has a 4-second lead right now over Kligerman. So it's going to be it's going to be very hard for anyone to catch Allgaier, even Kligerman, but yeah. Kligerman, though, has shown the speed and ability to actually close the deal, though, here. But yeah. So, yeah, so there's about a 1-second gap between Creed and Kligerman now, when they were running nose to tail pretty much prior to Nemechek's involvement. So Nemechek gave Kligerman about a second worth of wiggle room here. As we go, 10 laps to go here. 10 laps in the race. 10 more times around. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what this ends up looking like. But yeah, so here we go. Looking up at the leaderboard, you got Cole Custer there in the top 5. He's the only Ford up inside the top 5. And in fact, the highest Toyota is in 8th place. Everybody else is a Chevrolet inside the top 7. So, yeah, that's a pretty dominant showing from Chevy today. Of course, you've had 2 of the best Toyotas all of the season between the 18 and the 20 go and essentially wipe each other out early here. And they're showing the camera on Nemechek. Has he found his teammate again, or no? He's just kind of rejoined the track, and he's in behind Custer and in front of Mayer. But yeah, so he actually seems to have enough speed, I guess, to hold on to the spot. But yeah, Allgaier is absolutely just starting to stretch it. And Creed, by the way, is I think they finally updated the time. So Kligerman has about 3 seconds of breathing room, not just one. So yeah, the 20 definitely helped out the 48 with some breathing room here to try and go for the spot. But yeah. Oh, off track for the 92 or 98 of Herps, and there's some fire behind him. Yep, that's gonna be yellow flag. Yellow's out. Yellow's out. And this race is wide open here. And say it is the right call. I don't care. This is the right call to make here in the situation. It gets you your it'll give us a great restart between Kligerman and Allgaier and Creed for this race win. But more importantly, again, you had a car with fire behind it. You can't leave that going. So there's a couple of weeks out west here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And I think some of these teams might be planning on using the same car here and next week, but clearly I think Riley Herbst's team is gonna go and do everything they can to get a new car out for that race, because this one has been nothing but trouble this weekend. I mean, I think they made an engine change before the after qualifying, and then because that's why they had to start at the rear, I believe, and then they have had multiple issues tonight or today in the race. Same thing with I think with the number 11 of Hemrick here. There just isn't really a good finish here for them. But yeah, so if you guys are excited for the race to the finish here, of course leave a like on the stream, subscribe if you guys are new so we don't miss any other streams. We got one again tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series race, and of course leave a vote on the poll for who you guys think is going to win this race here today. So we got, again, Allgaier, Kligerman, Creed, or other as your 4 options there. So you can take the field there, including Austin Hill, Cole Custer, Sam Mayer. All have looked very strong, but it's been hard to pass. So versus you've got Allgaier, who's had the race lead, Creed, who looked very dominant very early on. But yeah, welcome everybody to the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. We're getting ready for the probably final restart here. But yeah, it's gonna be fun here. Yeah, right now though, Allgaier, Kligerman, Creed, your top 3. All right, let's see what the yeah, so here we go. Just kind of waiting for the commercial break to be over, because with the yellow flag, it's going to be a minute before they get back to racing here. But yeah, it should be a pretty good finish here, though, to the NASCAR Xfinity Series race from Portland International. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am for this one, because I know I'm absolutely stoked to be calling the end of a pretty good Xfinity Series race here. Hoping for Kligerman, but I'm expecting it's going to be Creed. I think Creed has the speed here. He's got the experience at the front, and he's got a teammate for whatever benefit that is worth. So you've got Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed who could potentially team up and work here. Allgaier doesn't have a teammate really in the side of the top 5 at least. Sam Mayer in 6th place is a teammate that he might be able to get some help from. But I don't know if that's far enough forward to really put any sort of help. Because if Creed and Hill can line up, say, 1st and 2nd on the inside or outside lane together, that could really be a big help. But that would require Kligerman not choosing a front row spot alongside Allgaier. But I don't know if that's going to work here. But yeah, so right now we're just kind of getting ready for the end of this race. It's going to be fun, but hopefully we get a good chance to see what this thing can do here. But yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a really rainy week here, so fun times. But yeah, so getting ready for the finish of this NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Just kind of looking through let me look through the field real quick, see what other storylines we can maybe see. So Sammy Smith, he's 2 laps down in 30th, it looks like. And John Hunter Nemechek still showing on the lead lap? What? Let me refresh this, because there's no way. Yeah, there's no way Nemechek is on the lead lap. What is it? There's no way he's on the lead lap. Oh wait, free pass. But yeah, I don't know why this is showing him up about halfway up the lead lap. But yeah, he might have gotten the free pass if he was only 1 lap down there when the yellow came out. So, but yeah, it looks like Sammy Smith though went down at least 1 or 2 laps there at the end. So yeah, it'll be hard for Sammy Smith to rally anything. He also hasn't shown much speed now. That doesn't mean a ton when it comes to this, because but yeah. Curious to see what John Hunter Nemechek, though, will do here on the restart if he can get near that 20 car. But we'll have to wait and see. Here we go, choose cone time. Let's see. Okay, and it's an even front row, so you got the teammates lining up on row 2 together, side by side, so I don't know if there's going to be anything those 2 teammates can really do, at least not early on, to help each other out. So we'll have to wait and see, but it's not going to be easy. Same thing with Mayer. Mayer is 3rd on the outside lane. Meanwhile, Allgaier took the inside lane with the front row. So, yeah, not great. Wait, Creed still hasn't won an Xfinity Series race yet? I thought Sheldon Creed won a race last year. Okay. Well, I guess we very well could see a new winner in the Xfinity Series today, but I thought for sure Sheldon Creed won a race last year. He ran very well a lot late in the year. I knew he didn't make the playoffs because of not having a win, but I thought he won a playoff race or something, similarly to how all the Xfinity guys. But Kligerman got a big lock up there, and that's going to put Creed versus Allgaier as the feature event here at the front of the field. So here we go. Sheldon Creed Kligerman and Custer here fighting it out for the 3rd position. I don't know if Custer's going to be able to hold on there, though. We're going to have to wait and see. But, yeah, there we go. Kligerman able to take back 3rd place. But we're going to have to wait and see what ends up happening here. Also, Custer not willing to relinquish a spot yet with Myatt Snyder right behind it, but there we go. Clearman able to clear here off the corner. Clear. So now it's Allgaier versus Creed at the front here. So what does Creed and Allgaier, what are they willing to race like here with a race win on the line? Potentially Creed's first career race win. And there's a lot of grass and dirt getting kicked up here, making it hard to see the pack of cars as they come around these corners. Oh, yep, there's 3, 4, 5 cars off. Or, no, 2 cars around, officially. 2 cars around, it looks like. But, looked like there were 3 or 4 cars sliding there at that point. We're going to have to wait and see if there's a yellow flag for it. But, so far, no yellow in sight. But, yeah, it looked like it was a lot worse than it is. Oh, Chandler Smith putting a really heavy bumper here to the back bumper of, did Chandler Smith just wreck Jeb Burton? We'll have to wait and I'll have to see a replay there, yeah, so the Creed versus Allgaier is going to be the fight for the win here as they got 4 or 5 laps to go here. So, Allgaier gotta conserve your stuff to make sure in case you get another restart, because it looks very likely that we could have a wreck in the backfield here that could potentially send us for another restart. But, yeah. So, here we go. Oh, yellow flag is out. The yellow flag is flying. We will have another restart here, and Creed is now up to second place. He will get to start on the front row with Allgaier, as it will be a 2-lap overtime restart here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And there are car parts. We just don't know whose parts are they. Whose parts? Whose parts are those sitting in that turn? Oh, there we go. Alex LeBay up into the top 10. Josh Berry back up into the top 10. Mosak's been up there most of the day. But yeah, LeBay is kind of the new arrival to the top 10, though. And so he's been around, but he just finally got up into that top 5 for the first time, really. So what are we going to see happen here into turn 1 on this restart? I think it's going to be a chaotic restart, that's for sure. Yeah, we got overtime here. Of course, leave your guys' vote. You still got time to go ahead and vote on who you guys think is going to win this race. But, yeah, going to be chaotic here. Showing the replay of last week with a lot of rain, but the fuel mileage that Allgaier pulled off was incredible. But, yeah, so Allgaier, though, putting down some great donuts there on Sunday. Or on Monday of last week, so, yeah. And now we gotta get ready for the restart here. Here we go. Allgaier's got 3 road course wins in the Xfinity Series here, so we're waiting to see. But I think we could see a pretty good finish here. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. So waiting for the choose cone here. But yeah, this choose cone should be pretty good, and we again should be seeing a. I would love to see Kligerman find a way to get this one done. I just don't know if you do it from third place. It's gonna be tough. But again, we don't know necessarily what's gonna happen on this restart. Oh. I say they've got a restart sign that they are adjusting apparently over there in the grass. So, yep, gotta get that thing. Say just take it up, just put it away. Don't need that to become a piece of debris that potentially brings out another yellow here. But yeah, so Allgaier definitely inside lane here. Then the question is, what does Creed do? So yeah, I'm curious to see what ends up happening. If I'm Creed, I think I take the front row, but it's hard to pass up that inside line where you could maybe dive bomb the 7, but I don't know. It's hard to pass up the front row. But yeah, I think whatever Creed does in terms of front row or the second car inside line, I think Kligerman absolutely does the exact opposite. So. Oh, yay. Yankees Dodgers. Let's go Dodgers. Come on. Let's give another loss to the Yankees. And then Guardians and Twins are also playing, apparently. So, here we go. 2-lap shootout here. Overtime in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Did they not do the choose that time back? Because the field, yeah, no, the field is pretty unorganized for having already done the choose here. So here we go. NASCAR overtime here. 2-lap shootout. If we get a yellow before the white flag comes out, we do it again. If we get the white flag, next flag ends the race. So pretty simple for the overtime rules. I like the fact that overtime's nice and simple. I just wish we had a limit to how many overtimes. Because sometimes it feels like it gets a bit excessive with endless overtime. But yeah, here we go. So here we go. Welcome everybody that's tuning in here for the end of the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. We are getting ready to go. All right, they're getting ready for the choose cone here as we get ready for the green flag here in NASCAR overtime. All right, so the Creed took the outside lane. Kligerman took inside second row. So I was right on that one. Whatever I said inside was going to be hard to pass on. Or I said front row was the front row starting spot was gonna be hard to pass on, but and that Kligerman would take whatever Creed didn't there. But yeah, because again the inside line's actually been pretty good for trying to gain spots, because you can dive out of line and try and dive up the inside on the leader, versus if you start in that outside line, you can't get across the field from there. So here we go, coming through off of turn 4, or not turn 4, but off the final corner here. Green flag is out. Green flag is out, and they are racing here. And Kligerman giving a nice push there, and there we go. Now he pops out of line. Kligerman to the race lead at Portland. Oh, and he hits him. And Cole Custer takes the race lead here. But yeah, oh man, Kligerman just took both Creed and Allgaier out of this one. It looks like, and Cole Custer may have just been handed this race win. We'll have to wait and see, but here we go. Those junior motorsports cars are everywhere in the top 5 now after not really being anywhere. Josh Berry up to 6th place here. Sam Mayer and Allgaier 3rd and 4th, or 2nd and 3rd, I mean. But yeah, there's a lot of cars everywhere here, but we're just waiting to see, is anybody going to have anything for Custer here, and are we going to get to the white flag? Those are the 2 big questions right now to be answered. Oh, and Creed gets sent off the track. I think he may have a flat tire, or looked like he may have a tire going down, but it looks like we are going to get the white flag. White flag is out, and we are going to see the end of this race. This is the final restart. But, yeah, here we go. So, Cole Custer may have just been handed this race win thanks to, Parker Kligerman here. And say Justin Allgaier, he may be the one car that has enough speed to really close in here on the end here. Cole Custer, though, holding on to the lead after that insanity on the restart that gave him the lead. Now Justin Allgaier trying to reclaim this race win here. But yeah, here we go. I say going through the choose cone area. I don't know how many corners they got left, but there's not a lot of room here. But yeah, they are both going for it. Allgaier deep into the corner. I don't know if he's going to have room here. They got 1 corner to go, I believe. Yep, here we go. Off the final corner here. Cole Custer holds on for the win in Portland. Cole Custer wins in Portland, Oregon. The wrong Portland for them to be racing in, because otherwise I'd be at the track. But yeah. Allgaier, Mayer, Berry, and someone is in the pit barrier. That's Brad Perez is in the, or not a pit barrier, but in a tire wall off of the final corner here. But Cole Custer wins in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Man, he needed that after what's happened for a while. He got demoted down here. He's got the win now. So, massive congratulations to Cole Custer, Allgaier, Mayer, Berry. So, 3 junior motorsports cars in that top 5 yet again. Austin Hill rounds out the top 5. Snyder, Creed, Mosak, Chandler Smith, John Hunter Nemechek, the top 10. So, John Hunter Nemechek recovers to a top 10 spot here. That is amazing that he managed to recover that much, but I thought Allgaier was going to wreck him there for a minute on that final corner, but he got the dirt, though, which kind of hindered his ability to try and make a move there at the end. LeBay comes home 11th. Brent Moffitt in the number 25 comes home 12th. 13th for Brandon Jones. 14th is where Parker Kligerman ends up after he locked up the brakes into turn 1 there at the very end. And then Blaine Perkins rounds out your top 15. Josh Williams, Retzloff, Sieg, Jeffrey Earnhardt, and Patrick Emmerling round out the top 20. Anthony Alfredo, Clements, Joe Graff Jr., Garrett Smithley, Jeb Burton rounding out the top 25. Then you've got Kaz Gralla, Jordan Taylor, and Leland Honeyman, the remainder of Brad Perez, I think, is actually the driver. They just didn't change the name, but the remainder of the guys who were on the lead lap, although I think Brad Perez, with the crash, I don't think he made it back to the end. Big burnout there for Custer. And then Dylan Lupton, Sammy Smith, the rest of the drivers inside the top 30. Both a lap or 2 down. Then you've got Preston Pardis, Riley Herbst, Hemrick, Kyle Sieg, Parker Chase, Mason Maggio, Stephen Parsons, and Brennan Poole, the remainder of the NASCAR Xfinity Series field finishing order from today. But yeah, it's a big day though for one driver and team, and that is the 00 of Cole Custer and the Stewart-Haas Racing Xfinity Series team. Their first win since he left. I saw someone walking over there. I thought someone was going to go have a conversation with Kligerman. I'm curious to hear what they say about him. I'm going to stick around on here for post-race coverage for just a minute. But, yeah, I want to hear from Allgaier and what he has to say about what happened there at the end. But right now, though, Cole Custer, he got demoted from Cup to Xfinity, and this is what we expected when he got demoted, because he came off a 9-win season, his last full-time season in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, so no shock that he's back here again. So, yeah, glad to see him glad to see him actually doing well here, but yeah. So, Cole Custer trying to get his helmet off his head, kind of looking like a Winnie the Pooh with his head in the honey jar there, but yeah, there we go. He's got it out now. But yeah, so again, I don't know. Again, Kligerman, his tires have been locking up all day on restarts, but yeah, it was a really bad time to lock up the tires there at the end there. But yeah, green flag was out. Just kind of looking at the replay here. And yeah, again, the tires locked up really early, and there was nothing Kligerman could do to avoid it. I think Kligerman did everything he could to try and avoid ruining the race for the other two, and ultimately they only lost about 1 or 2 spots there in that immediate one. But hey, there we go. So Austin Cindric was the last driver to win in a Ford at the NASCAR Xfinity Series level at any level outside of Kligerman, or outside when Cole Custer stepped down, I think, for one race at California. But yeah, first time a full-time driver in a Ford has won a race in literal years. Someone's in a headlock. That's Chandler Smith. Or someone from Chandler Smith's crew putting someone else in a headlock. Don't know what team that is. Oh, Jeb Burton. I don't know if that's him. Hard to tell if that's Jeb Burton himself with the... Oh. Yeah, that's Chris Rice now in a kind of screaming match with... and that is Jeb Burton, now that I've got a better look at it. It was hard to tell if it was a crew guy or if it was Jeb Burton himself, because they were showing the back of his head, but... Yeah, once you see that beard line, Jeb Burton's face is unmistakable there. But yeah, so not the drivers I thought we would be seeing potentially fighting here. But yeah, I'm staying around just to hear about the contact here between Allgaier. Oh, here we go, Sheldon Creed. This is gonna be a fun one. So, here we go. They're talking about the John Hunter Nemechek incident on track between Creed and John Hunter. I want to hear this one too, but yeah. But man, there's a lot of turns at road courses, but okay, so John Hunter came over and apologized. Okay. Hey, massive congratulations to John Hunter on apologizing there, but yeah. Hey, you know what? Massive credit. I'm gonna say credit to Creed for a great interview there, but yeah. Oh, and then the one apparently ran him off the track as well, coming to the white flag. So, but yeah, the 48 again. The tire lockup. he did everything he could once he realized he was in too deep, but yeah. So yeah, so there we go. They talked. They didn't talk to Justin Allgaier. I don't know if Allgaier just ran and hid from the cameras, but yeah, I wanted to hear from Justin Allgaier. Sounds like we might not get that because they're getting ready to. They have tight programming lineup that they got to get to. So yeah, I guess this is the end of the NASCAR Xfinity Series coverage. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss another live stream. For example, tomorrow's live stream of the NASCAR Cup Series. So we got the NASCAR Cup Series race at Gateway Motorsports Park tomorrow. I'll be right here at 3 o'clock, I believe is the start time. So I'll see you guys here. The stream should be scheduled later tonight, but until next time, hopefully you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next video, live stream, or whatever you guys have to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye!